Yo, what is up, bros? We are back with the greatest tank general tournament. We have already lost Vatutin. We have lost Montgomery. Today it is going to be Hoth versus Bastico, which should be interesting because I have never used either of these bros. Alright, bros, first up we have Herman Hoth. Bro has dominance. I do have a medal for this that increases it by another 15%. But I think we're going to end up, again, getting more damage from our cross medal and our heroes medal. Alright, so I was just checking this out. I put Hoth on the Abrams, and it was 142 base damage, which would make this, in its present state, do 21, and with the medal, it would do 42-ish damage. Whereas this, just regular 30% with the medal is 48%, so this is definitely going to be better, especially since this only works for demoralized and chaotic enemies. Now, in real use, I would have Rumor on him and be using him as a support general, but, you know, the tournament's based on damage, so we're going to stick with that. Let's check out our other bro, Bastico. So, Bastico also has Armored Assault, also has Panzer Leader, but this bro has Inspiration. We've seen Inspiration be like the deciding factor a few times already. And then we also have Retaliation. When friendly troops within one grid around you are killed in battle, you will gain the Vengeance status with attacks plus 30 for 2 turns. This seems like something that would trigger maybe 20% of the time, right? With the dominance, I would say it's probably a higher trigger. Especially if you had Rumor on him, which we don't. But for this testing, let's say it triggers maybe 30% of the time. We'll factor that in at the end when we're crunching numbers. Also, it looks like most of you approve of the way I'm handling the perks. We had a discussion in yesterday's video about, you know, the tile damage. It turns out that Vatutin and our bro Montgomery did have 10 hits off of a plain tile. I assumed that the tile with the industrial just didn't give any buff to anything, but it actually behaves as a plain tile. So when we are hitting Madrid, those bros had their perk up. That would mean Modell won outright. Since we didn't even have to factor in Montgomery's plain tile, because he was already getting it. So, Modell. And most of you voted that way anyway, so I'll just keep trying to do the perks as fair as possible. Like I said on these bros, maybe 30% on that dominance and maybe 20% on his vengeance? Yeah, retaliation. Alright, Herman Hoth, you are up, brother. Let's see what you got. I think Modell Montgomery was getting 700 bombs on that bro. Oh, that's not good. I don't know if we've seen a bro not be able to one-shot that. That is bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that was bad right there. But it kind of showed he was what, at least 40 to 50 behind here. Alright, let's try our other bro. Alright, Bastico, you are up, bros. By the way, I didn't want one bad attack to define Hoth, so I attacked this a couple more times, and he does struggle with this tank. It was not just a fluke. I remember for Bastico, we are going to need the inspiration to trigger soon. He lost 100 damage on that hit, though. Easily one-shot that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can he finish it off though? Just for the hell of it? Yeah, he can. So he lost damage here. About, what was it? 100? Alright, Hoth. You're up, brother. Redemption arc. 181. Like the worst hit I've seen, possibly. Oh, he's struggling bad. Oh, this is not good. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to say this. As of right now, and I don't know the numbers, I haven't crunched any, I've done nothing. Just from the feel, Hoth is the worst. He does not feel good. Alright, Bastico, you are up. You can't do any worse. Nice, that triggered early on. Yeah, easy. Made it look... That's how it's done, right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. Bro's actually pretty good. I'd have no bitches early on about rolling with Bastico. Alright, Hoth. I mean, this is where our generals have been going to take that forever dirt nap. None of them's really done very good in this situation against Munstein. It's pretty brutal. He's so bad. He's so... It's so bad. 5, what was that? That was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you know what? Hey, we gotta call it like it is. Bro survived. Blitzkrieg saved his life more than all other generals. They all went down at strike 9. Nobody survived past strike 9. Bro got them all out. That has to mean something. That has to give him, you know, we can't just shit on him. Of course, though, the main driver for this tournament is damage. I guess that will factor in small. Alright, Bastico, I will say this about Hoth. He may come in at just, I mean, near the very absolute bottom of damage. But he will always be able to say that he was the first general in this tournament that survived the Munstein. Bastico! Let's see what you got, brother. Alright, inspiration triggered early. You're gonna need that. Alright. 5, 6, 7. He's not gonna survive. 6 generals tried. Only 1 survived. Alright, bros, the calculations are in. I mean, we pretty much knew how this was gonna go anyways. But from the Abrams, the first attack, Hoth with 4,629. Bastico, after normalizing it for Hoth's crap hit, we get 5,060, which gives Bastico 431 more max damage, 43 more average damage, but Hoth had the bigger max single hit damage by 57. For our second attack, from the Pershing, Hoth had 3,093. Bastico, once we got it normalized for 2 crappy Hoth hits, Bastico ends up with 3,860, leading to 767 more overall damage, 77 more average damage per hit. And this time around, Bastico with the biggest single damage hit with 65 more damage. All right, for the third and final attack from the Abrams, Hoth had 2,568. Bastico, after we normalized it, I guess I should explain this at least one time per video just in case you bros missed the other ones. So Hoth attacked the city one round later. He attacked it right here. Bastico attacked it right here. So to line the city attacks up, I had to average in a damage from these four and put it here. Then that gets our city attacks lined up. But then Hoth screwed up again. He didn't even take the full health off the city the first hit. So he had two hits that combined the city health with Monstein's health right there. And so I had to average that again so that we could line up just the attacks on Monstein. And that's how we got here. So with that, Bastico ended up with 3,448. That's 880 more overall damage. 98 average damage more plus on each attack. And then 77 more damage on his max single hit. Bastico absolutely destroyed Hoth. Alright, so let's figure this out with Hoth's dominance, which does 15% more damage to demoralized enemies. Let's say that hits like 30%. Let's say that hit just 30% of the time. That would have been, what do I have? That would have been like 93-ish extra damage, which still Bastico blows him away. And then not to mention Bastico has the retaliation. Let's say that would have triggered at 20% of the time. Some bro dies beside him. That would have gave him 60 damage overall. So, yeah. Factoring both that in, Hoth would have got like 33 more damage overall, which is, I mean, I'll factor that when we go into the rankings. I'll try to factor that in if a couple generals are really close and try to even it out. But as far as this goes, it doesn't even matter. Bastico absolutely destroyed Hoth. It wasn't even close. I think Hoth, look, as we discussed before, Hoth is not a main general. He is definitely just a support general. Put rumor on him, put the dominance medal on him, and send him to war. He'll be great in that role. He's just not a main attack general unless you're just playing the early on stages. So after 3 battles, Wygan moves on. Model moves on. Bastico moves on. Up next, we've got Arnim versus Graziani. Bros, if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll be back here for next upload. Peace.